cloud. Hey everybody, Nicole here with CellBotics, and I have Tom, the Houston CellBotics director. But I want to really give this platform to talk about HAILaGEEK. You may be landing on this video just because you're looking into HAILaGEEK, and that's awesome. Tom is one of the founders, and he is one of our directors of the facility, so we just love him, and we want to give him a spotlight to talk about HAILaGEEK. So no matter if you're running into this because you're a CellBotics follower or you're just looking into HAILaGEEK, welcome. And he is going to tell you everything that you need to know about the HAILaGEEK app and how this works. So Tom, I'm just going to give you the platform. And do you want to share your screen at any time? I can give you the option to do that.
Excellent. Excellent.
Okay.
Nicole, thank you so much. HAILaGEEK is actually a really simple concept. It's based on the fact that you, as a mobile technician, are available to go to people's location and fix their cell phones and their tablets and replace batteries and screens and all this, and you're available. And chances are that at any given time, there's a customer who just broke their screen and they're in a fix because they need that screen like an hour later. They really need their tablet, they really need their phone right now. And they just broke their screen and they're in a panic, they don't know what to do. And you are 5 minutes away, just right around the corner, but they don't know who you are, and they don't know where you are, and they don't know that you're available right now to fix their screen. And that's why we created HAILaGEEK. Because without HAILaGEEK, what do? They go to Google or some other search engine and they search for cell phone repair. They get a list of like 100 pages of cell phone repair shops, and there's some on top. So chances are they're going to call the top 3 or the top 6, and they're going to say, can I come in and get my cell phone fixed like right now in a hurry? Well, they're going to make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these phone calls. By that time, an hour has gone by. And they're just like, they're dying because like every shop is like, oh, well, we could take you in 3 hours, or we could take you in 6 hours, or we're really booked up today, bring it in tomorrow and you'll have it back in 3 days. I mean, you know what's going to happen, and they're just going to be freaking out. Well, HAILaGEEK can show them you right now, that you are 5 minutes away, right around the corner, and you are available to fix their cell phone right now. And so in a way, it's kind of like a ride hailing app like Uber or Lyft, except it's for tech services. And by the way, it's not just for cell phone repairs, it's also for laptop repairs and virus removal and PC repair and all that kind of stuff. All those different categories are on the HAILaGEEK app, but today I really want to focus on, the cell phone repair, because that's who most of you are. You repair cell phones and tablets, and so that's what we're going to talk about. So I'm going to do just a little bit of show and tell here about HAILaGEEK. I'm going to share my screen. The first thing I want to share is the HAILaGEEK website. This is where most people are going to end up when they find HAILaGEEK. And unlike a lot of the ride-hailing apps, you can actually if you're a customer and you're looking for someone to come fix your stuff, you can do that whole thing right here on the website. And so the moment they pull up the website, they see a map of what technicians are in the area right now and who's available.
This is actually an interactive map.
It is. This is an interactive map. In fact, you can click and say, who's this? Oh, this is Ian, and he's available right now. And all I got to do is sign in to see his details. Or I can click here and see, oh, this is Tom, and Tom is available right now. I can see his details.
Oh,
and so the next thing they do is they would click, sign in or sign up, and it's going to ask them for their basic information. Say they're a first-time user, they're going to fill in their stuff here, and it's really easy. They get signed on, and then they can HAILaGEEK right now. It shows them what the Geek charges, basically, usually. But of course, the Geek has the option to say, oh, well, you have an iPhone 6 Plus with a broken screen. That screen replacement is going to be, $70, and then they know what they're going to pay, which people love, by the way. They love to know exactly what they're going to pay for a repair. And so
are you able to chat with the Geek like right there within the app?
Immediately, yes. The moment you hail them, that's the first thing you do is you chat with them. And by the way, for you as a technician, this is kind of cool because say you only fix cell phones every day, like after another job, like you fix cell phones every night from 5 to 10 o'clock at night, or you fix phones during the day. You fix phones from 9 to 5 every day, and you don't want people calling you after 5. Well, they don't get your phone number with the HAILaGEEK app. They hail you, and it's a one interaction thing. Now, after they've had you fix their cell phone or their tablet, If they really like the service that you gave, they can favorite you. They can mark you as a favorite. And then every time you come up on their map, you're going to have a little halo over your head. And I don't have a way to show that right now, I don't think. Actually, know what? If I sign in, I can do that. I'm going to sign in, and I believe I have favorited both of these technicians. And so I'm going to zoom out here, go to the Houston area. Yes, here we go. So see, both these technicians have halos over their head. That means that I used these technicians for repairs before, and I said they were favorites. And so now when they show up on the map, they have a little halo over their head. It's cute, it's fun. And you know, it reminds the customer, hey, this is someone I really liked working with in the past. So that's basically the website. Of course, it's got a lot of information about how the app works and, you know, what all we fix and all of that. But that is, you know, that's the website. A couple of other things I wanted to show you, and I'm going to paste these in the comments, are some of the YouTube videos that we've made to show you exactly how the app works. So let me get those up here. Here we go. Okay. So this one is sneak peek video number 1. I'm just going to go ahead and share that in the comments here so that you can watch that later. It shows you the entire process of hailing a geek from start to finish. And then there is sneak peek video number 2. And it shows you just more of the details of different things you can do in the app. And it shows you both the customer side of the app and the technician side of the app.
Now, guys, this is on YouTube where this recording is. So I'm going to actually paste it below the video. So those links will be below the video. So if you want to watch what he's showing here, just go below the video and you can click those links and open those videos.
Oh, awesome. Thank you so much. Yeah, that's great. So as you see in these videos, you can see both the customer side of what's going on and you can see the geek side. So it gives you a really good idea of exactly how the app works from both the customer side and the geek side. So let's see, Nicole, help me out. What are some of the things, if you had just heard of HAILaGEEK and were just barely familiar with the concept, what are some questions that would be in your mind about the app?
Where do I meet the person? Like, do they come to me or do I go to them, or what is this?
Oh, that's
where I am, or I mean, what if I'm like at work or I'm at dinner? Like, how do I get them?
That's a fantastic question, because that's one of the best features of the HAILaGEEK app. Some people aren't comfortable with a technician they've never met coming to their home to fix their stuff. And so the HAILaGEEK app allows the customer to be anywhere. And to hail a technician to come to that location. In fact, we actually have a lot of customers who go to a Starbucks and say they want a technician to come to Starbucks and fix their phone at a Starbucks table. You know, the technicians do that. The technicians go with their tools and they sit down, and it's just like it's sitting at someone's dining room table. Why not?
So, if you guys never done that, I mean, I've done it. I've fixed things in a Bojangles, McDonald's, Starbucks. I've been all over the place, my car, at the beach. I will fix a phone anywhere. And so, yeah, definitely. What about safety? Like, have you vetted these people at all? Or am I just bringing some random person who signed up as a geek? Or do they go through a process? Like, can I trust HAILaGEEK? Like, if I'm a customer, now I'll think about questions as a technician, but as a customer, if a customer is watching this, is this safe? Like, can the customer trust the person coming to them? Have you tried to vet them?
Yeah, that's actually a great question for both customers and technicians, because any technician that goes to sign up in the app, they go through an ID check. So that's first step, is we verify that the technician is who they say they are. They have to provide their driver's license. We check that. We make sure, okay, this is really the person actually is who they say they are. And then another thing that happens is a skills check. And so we actually verify that the technician who is signing on actually knows how to do what they say they know how to do. So say it's cell phone repair, they're actually going to go through a test, which is a lot like, say, the WISE certification test or some other certification test they might take online. It basically gives them a pop quiz of concepts about cell phone repair. Do they know what tool to use? Do they know what this thing means? Do they know what this picture is showing, what type of damage it's showing, that type of thing. And so it's basically testing their skills to make sure they really know what they're doing. And the third thing that happens is a background check. And the background check that we offer is one of the most thorough background checks you can possibly get. We actually get it from Accurate, is the name of the company that does the background check. And all this is part of the sign up process. So any technician who's showing up in the HAILaGEEK program has had an ID check, a skills check, and a background check before they can show up on the platform. So this means two things. This means as a customer, you know that the person you're dealing with is not pretending to be someone else. They're not fraudulent. It's the real person. And you know that they've had a criminal background check and that they're safe to come into your home or meet you at your office or whatever. There's not going to be any drama. And you know that they know what they're doing because they've had a skills check. Now, this is important for technicians because you know that any customers that interacting with you are not, I'm sure if you're a mobile technician, you've dealt with this sometimes. You've dealt with the person who's kind of like, they're skeptical. They're like, do you really know what you're doing? Is there some way you can prove to me that you know what you're doing? And if they're not really comfortable, they're like constantly second guessing you. Like, do you really know what you're doing? Do you really know how to fix my phone? Should it really cost that much? You know, did you really do it right? All that kind of stuff. When they come to you through HAILaGEEK, they know that you've had a background check. They know that you've had a skills test. They know that you know what you're doing. And they can even see reviews of people who have used you through the HAILaGEEK platform before. And so they're more comfortable. It's a more professional thing. It's like they're going to a big brand name chain. It's like that because, you know, because they're already walking into a situation where they're comfortable that they're dealing with someone who knows what they're doing and is a safe person to interact with. So that was a great question. Yeah, we do all those checks.
Awesome. That's really great. So technicians, if it's a technician who's checking this out, you know, I guess you guys kind of, you know, that you want them to show up professional and, you know, take care of the customer as soon as possible. This is, you know, on the customer's terms, you know, they set the appointment, you want them to show up for the appointment and all that kind of stuff. It could be immediate. It could be something in the future that they need to set. And, right. And what about the HAILaGEEK spreading to different locations in different cities? Like how does that work?
Yeah, excellent question. So when we launched back in April of 2020, right about the same time COVID was launching, by the way. So that was quite an adventure. But we launched in April 2020, and we launched in Houston. We made it our target city. We put up billboards in super prominent places in the city. And we did a big advertising campaign. We had 50 technicians signed on to provide service through the app on day one. And that was our big launch, was in Houston. And we learned so much from that launch about how to find customers, how to reach customers, how customers were going to perceive the app and the interaction. And we also found about 700 additional bugs that we hadn't found in the app yet. Just fun story. And so since then, we've spent, you know, a good year working out all those bugs, and we've got the application really ironed out now. And so now, having been operating in Houston for a year, now it is time for us to expand nationwide. And there's two ways that this is happening. Number one, when we have a technician show up, say in Chicago, and we don't currently offer service in Chicago, but say we have a technician show up who wants to serve 5 different zip codes in Chicago. They are comfortable traveling to those 5 different zip codes in Chicago to fix people's cell phones and tablets. Then all they have to do is sign up in the app and then send us a little note saying, hey, I'm going to serve these 5 zip codes. And we open up those 5 zip codes in the app. And the other thing that we do is we start driving SEO to start driving customers to the app to find that technician on the app. And so that is sort of we call it our organic process of expanding nationwide. And that's already happening. You can do that today. If you're in a city in some other place besides Houston, and you want to start offering work through the HAILaGEEK app, you can do that today. You can sign on, you can tell us what zip codes you're going to serve, and we will open up those zip codes and we will start working the SEO for those zip codes to get you some jobs. But the other thing we're doing is we are working on nationwide SEO right now. The process has already started. And when we have that process nailed down for SEO across the country, then we are going to do a huge advertising blast all over the country. We are going to be at the top of Google. We're going to be at the top of the ads. If someone goes looking for cell phone repair, they're going to find HAILaGEEK. They're going to find HAILaGEEK first. And there's going to be a huge amount of work coming in. And so if this is something that's attractive to you, if you're looking for to grow your business, if you're looking for additional jobs to come in, a way to expand your business, you're going to want to go ahead and sign on to HAILaGEEK now, because you're going to want to receive that notification of when our nationwide launch day is going to be, and you're going to want to be there from day one, because whoever's there first is going to start building up more and more reviews through the app, more and more jobs, more and more 5 stars, and they're going to be who people are going to want to use in the future. So if you have any interest at all, I would go ahead and sign up today so that you can be in the loop and know when this big nationwide thing is going to happen, and you can start go ahead and getting some jobs now.
Yeah, and I'm going to put a plug in there when you're signing up. If you put in the code CellBotics, you're going to save $15 on your sign up. So it's $30 for your, for your credit check and all of that. But if you put the CellBotics code in there, just CellBotics name, it's going to give you $15 off. So it's only $15. Like, we spend more of that on lunch than we do a day, And that's all. That's the cost. And HAILaGEEK, how do you guys, what do you take from the technician? Because I'm pretty sure like someone like, what's the catch? How much am I paying for this? You know what I mean?
Yes. No, that's a great question. So how does HAILaGEEK make money?
Right.
Well, we take a small commission off every job, and we have 3 different commission levels, and it's all based on how your business is set up. So if you are just an individual technician and you have no business registration, you have no liability insurance, you're just starting off, or you're just doing this on the side. And maybe you don't want to take the trouble to register a business. Maybe you don't want to be all that official, or you're just doing it part-time or whatever. Then we're just taking 19% commission from each job, which means if someone pays you $100 to fix a phone, we're going to take $19 of that, and the other $79, $79. Did I do that math right? $81.
Okay.
The $81.
Let's get a calculator, because I don't know. Everybody knows I can't do math.
So that means if you absolutely want to make $100 on that job, what you're going to want to do is charge $119, and then the $19 is ours and the $100 is yours. But that's how it works. It's basically commission. Now, if you have registered a business, even if it is just a DBA for your local county, but you're registered, you have a business name and it's in a government record somewhere, then you just send us that registration, and now you're only paying 14% of each job to us in commission, and the other 86% is yours to keep. Now, if you have gone so far as to not only register a business, but you also have liability insurance, you have general business liability insurance, now you're only paying 9% of each job to us, and the other 91% is yours to keep. And so, and that's basically awesome, because we have less risk of working with you. If you are both a registered business and you have liability insurance, then we're not going to end up holding the bag if something goes wrong. But, so that's why we do those 3 different tiers of commission. But that is basically how we get paid, and where that money goes. And I want to talk about actually where the money goes in 2 different areas. The first one is the one that you brought up, Nicole, about what it costs to sign up on the app. If you don't use the CellBotics code, it's going to cost you $30 to sign up on the app, and that $30 goes to pay for your ID check and your background check. And actually the truth is, the background check and the ID check cost us $35, and so we're losing a little bit of money on that, but you have some buy-in, you're going to pay $30. But if you use the CellBotics code, then you're actually only paying $15 for your background check and ID check. And we're paying, we're paying $20 of that cost. So use that CellBotics
Right.
referral code. Save
Don't feel
yourself some
guilty. It's
money.
okay. It's your little discount that you're gonna get because you're gonna pay them
No,
people on the back end. So don't feel bad.
yeah, don't feel bad because we love
Don't
you.
feel
We
bad.
want
They
you to.
just
We
want you to
want you to
sign
come
up. They
on.
want you to sign up. They want you to
We
be on the
do.
network. So don't feel bad. So take your $15. When you start making money, they're gonna make money off of you anyway. So take your $15, enjoy a lunch or something. You know what I mean?
Yes, and the reason we love you is because you are a CellBotics graduate, and we know that someone who's been through CellBotics has had good
Well, I mean,
foundational
this is
training.
maybe people that are not our graduates looking at this too. This is going on our YouTube channel. So this is going to be like for anybody. So you may be a technician that you haven't taken our course, and maybe you have a store, or maybe you're a mobile technician and you found about us in the Facebook groups and we share this video with you, right? So this is really could be anybody. So you know, you're going to take that test and it's going to verify that you know what you're doing. So definitely, you know, join the app because this, I really can see that this is going to catch fire. And with this whole mobile movement, especially because of the pandemic, I don't know when you guys are watching this video, but you know, in 2020 there was a pandemic, and I don't think I have to say that, but you know, people want things mobile, and people are in a hurry, and they want things done, and so I just think that this is great, and I would jump on, reserve your spot in your zip code, and just hang on, because once you're in there, you're in there. It's like nothing's, you're not getting charged every month. You're just in there. So get in there, because once they really start, they see, okay, we have a tech in this area, and they start throwing advertising and you start getting jobs off, and it really catches nationwide, you're going to benefit from being signed up.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And I want to give a shout out to mobile techs. And I want to say something, whether you're a mobile tech on the HAILaGEEK app or off the HAILaGEEK app, I want to say, be sure you understand you are offering the pinnacle of customer service, because you are going to people's location where they are to fix their stuff. They're not having to take their phone or tablet to a store. You're coming to them, and never feel second place. Always recognize that you are in first place in terms of customer service when you are going to meet someone at their location to fix their stuff. You're awesome. You're the best because you're doing that.
Right. I mean, we talk about this all the time in our class, because some people come and they're like, well, I'm starting mobile, so I got to charge less. And I'm like, what? Say that again. No, you match the stores, because actually
yes.
You're going to someone. Okay.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
we promote store owners and we promote mobile technicians, but the store owners never have that issue. They never have this issue of I have to charge less. It's the mobile guys. And so I definitely you know, want you guys to did somebody just jump on?
Yeah, let's see.
Remove them.
Okay.
Yeah, don't allow them, just remove them.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, we were having a Zoom call before where we had a bunch of people on. Okay, so there's some lingering people jumping on. But you know, you are valuable. You know, you're going to someone, you're providing a service. It's just like if you hired a Terminex or a mobile mechanic, or because your car doesn't work and you can't leave the driveway and you want to pay a tow truck. Like you don't devalue those people because they're mobile. Don't devalue yourself.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You are offering the pinnacle of customer service. It's a premium service, and charge like it.
That's right.
So,
all right, great. This has been so awesome. Is there anything else that you want to say before we get off of here, Tom? Is any other thing you want to tell them or they should know?
Yeah, I'm just going to cover a super basic process of what it's like being a HAILaGEEK technician. And so if you're in a super busy zip code, then you can just get HAILaGEEK jobs all day long. You're going to be going to one after another, fixing people's stuff. But if you're in a less busy zip code, I want to describe what that's going to be like. So let's say first thing in the morning, you're available to fix people's phones. You're going to go on the HAILaGEEK Technician app, and you're going to sign in, and you're going to click the button that says I'm available. And now you show up on the map. Customers can find you. And meanwhile, you go about your regular day. You're running errands, or you're working in your office or your shop. You're fixing stuff that's not super time sensitive. People are bringing you phones, dropping them off, and you're fixing them and stay and come back in 5 hours, it'll be ready, all that kind of stuff. Just your regular everyday day. You're just going about your business. And then at some point during the day, the app goes off and it says, hey, Jenny is hailing you, and you click accept, and you talk with Jenny, and you find out Jenny just broke her tablet, and she needs the screen replaced, or the battery's just not lasting, and she needs the battery replaced, whatever's going on. And so you say, yeah, I can do that. Are you ready for me to travel to your location? And she says, yes. And there's buttons for all this stuff in the app. It just literally guides you through the entire process. And so you travel to her location, you get out your tools, you fix your stuff, and you finish the job, and she pays you, or she actually pays us through the app. So by the way, if you're not set up to take credit cards, now you can take credit cards, because they pay the HAILaGEEK app through credit card, and then the HAILaGEEK app pays you either through PayPal or through a direct ACH to your bank account. And so if you couldn't take credit cards before, now you can. And so then you go back to your office, to your home, or back to your errands, or whatever you're doing, and you just wait for the next job to come in. And so this is something you can do along with all the other ways that you're making money and doing business and doing repairs. HAILaGEEK is an add-on to your day that just brings you more jobs. And really, whenever you get a HAILaGEEK call, you're somebody's hero, because they're looking for someone to help them right now. And you're that person, and you're going to take care of them. And they're like, wow, this is so awesome. Thank you so much.
I love this app. I can so see this being like the next Uber thing. Like, people are going, they want to hail, they're hailing their food, they're hailing their rides. Hailing your tech is just right next in line. I mean, they're hailing cleaning people. I mean, these are apps that are out there being used daily right now. Not hailing, but they have different names, but they're calling those people to them instead of searching for them. They're just going to an app and saying, who's around? Let me look at their profile. That's the one I want. And they're bringing them to them instead of the old method of searching out businesses and calling each one. Like, this,
Yeah.
Guys, jump on. You may be watching this and HAILaGEEK is already the thing. So, I mean, we could be talking in past tense right now. Okay. But you missed it. Okay. We're making this in, September 2021. Okay. We could be making, we could be in like history right now, but definitely jump on and get signed up no matter when it is, because this, I can just see this is people are just going to love this once it catches.
Oh, you brought up one more thing, and I'm so glad you did, because I want to say what makes us different from all of the other gig economy apps out there. As you know, you could go on to Tackle, and you could say, I offer cell phone repair services. You could go on to Thumbtack, and you could say, I offer cell phone repair services. You could go on to, Home Advisor, Angie, any number of different apps. And I want to say what makes us different from every single one of those apps, and it is the real-time, immediate, right now phenomena. That is what separates us from every other gig economy app out there right now, where you can offer cell phone repair services, is that people can get service from you right now through the HAILaGEEK app. And with all the other apps, they're making an appointment. They're saying, can you come tomorrow? Can you come 3 hours from now? Can you come next week? And we're the one that lets you connect with them for right now service. And that's what makes us different. The other thing that makes us different is that we are just about tech service. That's all we do. You can't get house cleaning through the HAILaGEEK app. You can't get a babysitter through the HAILaGEEK app. You can get someone to come fix your tech stuff through the HAILaGEEK app. And so when they come to us, they're looking for tech service, and they're looking for you.
Who better? I mean, you're also giving them a test.
Yes.
All those other apps, they're not giving them no test. They're just listing themselves.
Oh my gosh, that's so true.
You still don't know who you're getting.
You
still don't know who you're getting. They haven't had a background check. You don't know nothing about them. It's just an app where they paid to have themselves listed. Like, there's nothing special about it at all.
Yep, that's very true.
Google search, you know what I mean? So this is way different, and someone may compare it to something like an iCracked or something. But it's also different in that you're with iCracked, it wasn't like you were hailing it to you. You couldn't go and see the technicians. It was very, very different. So it is completely unique than something like that.
Cool.
Yeah. So I'm good. Are you good? Everybody good?
I'm good.
Right?
And you know what? Hit me up with questions. You can find me you can find me on the CellBotics page. You can find me on the HAILaGEEK page. Of course, we're on Facebook. Just, just like HAILaGEEK on Facebook and chat with me all day long. Ask me all the questions
and you can post down below, and I'll make sure that he gets those questions and responds to you directly. He'll come on the channel and just respond to you guys. So, all right. Well, thanks, Tom. I was glad that I could give you this, time to talk. And you are host, so you will end the recording.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much, Nicole.
You're welcome.